to the first ever DudeQuests podcast, or rather the DudeCast PodQuest, as we have come to call it.
We are your hosts. Oh, God.
We are your single host.
We are the Tim.
We are the Tim. I'm Tim Dunker.
And I'm Chris Humphrey.
And yeah, if you're listening to this, you probably already sort of know us from DudeQuests. We're trying to kind of expand our horizons, and we love DudeQuests, and we love, talking, I guess. That's fun.
We love running our fucking mouths.
Yeah, so we're going to do that some more in different mediums, if that's cool with everybody. And yeah.
We're excited to get to know you all a little better and let y'all get to know us a little better.
Yeah.
Without a game in front of us, we can just kind of talk about whatever we want.
Yeah. I can't even look Chris in the eye right now.
I'm looking you dead in your fucking optic stamps.
How are you doing that if I'm not looking?
I can smell you.
Yeah, so I was nervous about doing this because at least with the games and stuff, we kind of have something to look at while or just like react to.
He's avoiding my eyes.
I'm trying to think. I can't make eye contact and think at the same time. You're just mesmerizing.
I'm not trying to scare you.
You're looking at me a
lock
little. I can't. So we started writing down, or at least I tried to like jot down a list of ideas to kind of talk about, and the furthest I got was I just wrote down Pokemon.
That's a great place to start.
It's a great place to start.
To the first episode.
Cheers,
my friend. It's a pleasure.
Oh,
ooh, that's tasty.
That's citrusy.
It's a pog, baby.
So yeah, I figured a good way to kick things off.
Let's get right into it, my friend.
Right into it.
Look at me in my eyes. What's your favorite Pokemon?
My favorite Pokemon ever. I would probably have to say is probably still Houndoom, honestly.
Really?
You got that dark fire.
Okay.
And that's a sick type.
Hey, man.
And
I respect that.
And I don't know. I mean, it's kind of changed. It's kind of gone back and forth. And with as many generations as there are now, granted, I haven't kept up with the newer ones as much, but I just love Gen 2.
Gen 2 is,
and it's
very close to my heart.
It's between Houndoom and Feraligatr. Feraligator's like
I was leaning towards Feraligatr.
Those two are always my favorites. I've always loved water types. I know, like the original games, I was always going for Charmander, and then I kind of was like, hold on. Squirtle's the real OG.
Oh, wait, hold.
Yeah. So then I went, started doing that, and like ever since then, I feel like the water types I really gravitated towards. Gen 3, you got Mudkip. Swampert's kind of devastating, but yeah. Feraligatr,
Gen 3 is phenomenal.
Was kind of the underdog for me that kind of became one of my favorites. Houndoom was kind of the obvious choice because I always liked, cool looking things like that. So Houndoom just made the most sense.
Well, I hate to follow in your footsteps and pick another fire type that's also a dog, but
that's cool.
I think Arcanine has always been, since I saw Gary's in the show back in the day. I was like, that is a big ass, beautiful dog.
The intro sequence when he's like running, yeah.
And then I don't remember if it was in that Ponyta race episode with the Dodrio, but there's Arcanines all around. Yeah, man.
It's true.
That episode made me like Dodrios. When caught one on Silver, taught that bitch.
No, I never.
All the different beaks.
each one got its own element.
Yeah, no, seriously. It was like, I had like the fire, lightning, and ice, and then like Tri.
Yeah,
and
Tri attack. Yeah, oh for sure.
And I was like, there it is.
That made sense. Yeah,
cover the whole spectrum.
Yeah,
and I was a kid, and I know it was good. It looked cool.
And I know quality when I see it.
It was like a colorful triangle spinning, and he goes.
Yeah, Tri attack was always kind of disappointing though. I feel like because it was a normal attack.
Yeah,
like it looked cool. You're like, this could, it'd be really
decimate.
Cool. What they should have implemented was some kind of like random element where like you'd hit it and it will do. It could like do any of the three. It could do any of the three damage.
Oh, that would be, or like implement like the after effects, essentially like a burn or like a frozen or a paralysis.
Like you hit them with a flame attack and they get frozen somehow. Yeah, and you're like, what? And then shocked, like,
hey man, they got those Aeolian. What how do you say that? The Vulpix, where it's like an ice Vulpix. They're going crazy.
Alola?
Alola?
California? No,
this is the California Vulpix. Shit is wild.
It's wild. Shit's surfing. Wait, no, that actually happened.
Shit is surfing.
That was Pikachu.
God damn it.
That was Pikachu. Pokemon Snap. that was like one of the first pictures you ever took in Pokemon Snap was Pikachu on a surfboard. And you got like mega points if you got it.
I 100% in Pokemon Snap. I don't know if you're on that same level.
At one point, yeah.
We're going to play Pokemon Snap on the channel. You've heard it here first, folks.
We have to now.
Yeah, it's on the first podcast.
Do we even have a 64?
I do. I have Pokemon Snap. Granted, I'll probably get an emulator, but
you know,
regardless,
and we can play
know that we actually own it too.
Yeah. So it's gonna happen. We're gonna have to make it happen.
We've got a lot to talk about, but not really.
I think we both just wrote Pokemon.
I feel like we have a lot to say, but we don't.
Say Arcanine, that's right.
Arcanine is the tits. I mean, it's kind of like Clifford, but Pokemon. You got your big old dog, takes up half the house.
I feel like the conversation of like the Pokemon team, I know we kind of started it. I don't know if this is going to come out before our God of War episode, but
probably will.
When we were playing God of War, we started talking about it. So this is going to be some weird time jumping, but we started talking about favorite Pokemon teams. And
which was very difficult.
Between then and now, I was supposed to, kind of really sit down and evaluate my options and try to figure it out. And I didn't do any of that. So,
so we're right back where we started.
So I have a feeling this conversation is going to span across many episodes, Let's Plays, and podcast episodes.
And will you ever know Tim's favorite Pokemon team? Likely not.
Probably not. Because as soon as I get all 6, I'm going to be like, actually scrap all that. I want to do a different team. No, what we should do is generation challenges where we do like favorite or at least a good team. See, that's another difficult part is like my favorite ones don't necessarily make a good team because like I could like two fire types.
It's a very different question as your favorite team because a team involves, codependencies. Yeah. Like you need all these different types in your team.
Yeah.
I can't see.
But I guess you don't have to. I mean, you could if you get a decent balance with like.
I mean, you can get to the Elite Four with a level 100 Groudon. It's fine. You don't need the balance. You could just fissure your way through that bitch. Sheer cold that motherfucker with a Walrein. I love Walreins, dude. That's one of my favorites of Gen 3.
I never actually got one. Like I never put in the time and effort to
First time was in Pokemon Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness.
Oh, really?
Because in Coliseum, I use Espeon Umbreon the entire time.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
But once you get a freaking Walrein, oof.
I never got that far into XD, actually.
Don't you have my copy?
Probably, but
we'll play XD Gale. Every Pokemon game ever. Yeah, we'll do a series.
Okay, so this is actually something, this was an idea I had for certain things is like, and maybe I can bring the question up now, even though I feel like this would be better as like a poll question, but I had the idea to do like month-long like themes, I guess. Like we talked about, we were really wanting to play a bunch of different Zelda games. So it's like a way to do that, I feel like, and still have a variety of games and stuff is to basically have like a month of just Zelda games or something. Or we can do a month of just Pokemon games. But I mean, we're still a pretty baby channel. So I don't know that these things would really...
Definitely
be effective, I guess. Like, it's hard to say if like that would really be that, but that'd just be a fun thing to do. I feel like,
even if you guys aren't witnessing it, we're enjoying it, and I feel like that's almost more important is that we're having a good time.
It would be nice to be on a release window where we could like plan that out because obviously we could record for a month, but like.
We could be backlining Zelda games for a long time and release extra videos for 1 month.
True.
If we really wanted to put that kind of effort in.
Yeah. So if you're listening to this and have any feedback on that, let us know.
We'd love to hear some or see some comments. Rather.
And that's kind of another. I guess that brings me to another point. It's like there'd be a cool thing in the way that this podcast, I feel like, will kind of work in tandem with the channel is like we can kind of have that kind of discussion. This feels a lot more casual of like we can just kind of discuss these ideas and
we can hear what you guys think about these ideas.
Yeah. But I also don't want this to just be strictly, like the same kind of like I don't want it to just be DudeQuests.
Not playing a video game.
Unplugged. Actually, everything's plugged in.
Hella plugged in right now.
Hella plugged in, yeah.
I'm strapped. I'm just covered in wires over here. I can't move.
What do those do? I am trapped. I'm not strapped. I'm trapped.
You misheard me.
So that's, I guess, a goal that I would love to accomplish with this as well.
I like the idea of this podcast being a more... current way for us to interact with you guys, because you know,
there's a better word for it, but I can't think of it.
Yeah, current feels good.
Yeah, like that. Real time, maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, because often we find ourselves, you know, releasing videos that we've had recorded for a month or two. Don't sneeze. Bless you, you beautiful bastard. Oh, I'm leaving that in. Oh, I'm leaving that one in too. Give me the trifecta, baby.
Nope, it's
Give me
gone.
the tri-attack.
It's over.
Full circle.
Yeah, no, shoot out lightning.
But, you know, I like the idea of the fact that we can bounce ideas off you guys and have, you know,
have that, you know, kind of like,
yeah,
a more, yeah, I guess what, like you said, a more current thing, like a more like, yeah, things in real time. Like we'd be releasing these more immediate. It'd be, you know, a more tangible, immediate kind of like,
yeah. When things happen in our lives that we want to talk about, you've heard about them days after they've occurred. You're not hearing about them a month after. Yeah. You know, we're not far. I don't know. I can't fucking speak. I shouldn't be doing a fucking podcast.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you just got off of how many hour shift?
Oh man,
a night shift.
6 hour shift. I closed. I guess made some good money. Dealt with some white people. It was great.
Love it.
It was horrible. I lied.
Yeah.
I wanted to order a pizza and then say, "Why is this greasy?" And I was like, "Ma'am, this is a pizza.
This is a pizza."
Sorry, I'm not sure if you were aware when you ordered this. I should have warned you. You're right. But regardless, I'm excited for the possibilities that this podcast provides.
For sure, yeah. So, yeah, I would love for this to be a thing.
We really would like to get some guests on. They probably won't be any large, you know, members of the YouTube community or anything.
Just like our friends at first.
Yeah, but we've got some really cool friends and cool friends with cool opinions and cool histories and cool hobbies. So we're going to get them on here and, you know, see what they have to say. And I hope that you guys will enjoy them. We want to hear your feedback and all that. Yeah.
All that. I would love to just have conversations with other people in a setting that oops. I was like, just snapping this pen. Everything's glitching. It's picking up as well. It's like, ow, dude. Ouchies. That's another thing. Merch. Oh, so hopefully around when this is starting to come around and get so yeah, we got plans for merch.
Yeah, I've got a lot in store. I've got at least 3 different shirts in the works. Yeah, kind of rhymed, sort of. No, shut the. Just let me have this.
What the fuck is your problem, dude? Yeah, no, shirts will definitely be a thing.
I'm gonna make some leggings too.
Do it
with just your face on them. Every inch of my legs will be your face, including my ass.
Specifically,
when
my
ass. Slap my own ass, I'm also slapping you in the face, and I do that regularly.
You're looking at me with a lot of intensity.
I want you to understand that I'm serious.
I just want you to
having a conversation with you. And this merch is going to be a lot of fun for us, and we hope that you guys enjoy it. Those of you who enjoy purchasing merchandise from, you know, channels that you enjoy, and know that every single dime that comes from any sale that we make to you is going to go right back into the channel. It's kind of an expensive thing to start a YouTube channel, but luckily we have expensive hobbies like recording music, so we kind of had most of it knocked out. Yeah, and so we're very blessed to start where we did. However, things that, you know, channels need, like art and, you know, again, t-shirt designs, cool stuff for videos, all kinds of fun stuff require money. And we're broke boys, even though we work long shifts.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Capitalism.
Yeah. You're a morning guy. I'm a night guy. It's crazy.
Is that right?
Sometimes we overlap a little bit.
Just a little bit.
What? When I'm like, bye, man. Have fun at work.
I'm like, get the fuck out of my bed.
Because how did you even get in here?
You don't know. How do you have a key to my apartment? Like, well, you do have a key to my apartment.
Yeah. I was going to let myself in and you opened the door. I was like, oh, hey, man.
Yeah. This wasn't actually planned. He just kind of walked in. I was like, fuck it. Let's podcast.
Let's podcast.
Let's do it. I need to get this pen away from me. I'm just going to be clicking it the whole time. Yeah. Don't you know? I don't know.
What do you think I was about to do?
About to throw it across the room.
I did you see my eyes? They're already picking out a spot. I was like,
no, I saw your hand kind of twitch as you reached out. I was like, oh.
Damn it, I'm so transparent.
Yeah, there was no way. This is my favorite pen. You ain't touching this shit.
That's just a fucking Pilot G2 038, right?
No, yeah. 038. Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
I write.
07s are better.
The very sharp.
podcast over.
Oh yeah, we can't. I can't do this.
Yeah, we're excited to see where this thing goes and where it leads and who we have on here. And I think that the community that we've been building for a good 3 months now since the first video came out
has been like more than we could have ever anticipated. It's been a very
humbling.
Just I don't know. We didn't expect to get so much love and support, and it just makes us want to do it that much more and put so much more into it.
We were having a good time when it was just us, and now that we have all you guys
to kind of share with us,
sharing your opinions and people making art for us, that blows me away.
Yeah, right.
Everything.
Yeah, I can't get over that. It's just wild. I think when Chris showed me the first like piece of art that somebody did for us,
I think it was of you being shot.
Yeah, it was me being shot with arrows, and I was like, "Holy shit, we made it!"
This is in-game shit.
Yeah, so
thank you guys.
So yes, thank you so much.
We love you so much.
Everything like that. We truly appreciate it, and it's
got
just
people messaging us on Instagram like 3 times a week, like, "Hey man, hope you're doing well."
Yeah,
and that's all they say, and I'm like, "Oh my god."
Yeah, exactly. And that's
friends.
It's just amazing because especially when you work in like a service industry, you just deal with shitty people.
You kind of lose faith in humanity.
Time. Yeah, and so you're just kind of like, humanity sucks. Everyone sucks. I am now a shell of a human being, and then you kind of do something like this.
I'm covered in fucking pasta, and life is awful.
And life is meaningless. Covered in cheese. All I do is just smell like cheese and sweat at the end of a night.
And then you all want to smell like Romano and sweat.
Yeah, it's
literally swamp ass.
Yeah, literally.
Is it the cheese?
No,
is it my cheese?
But then you do something like this, and it's like this. Just I don't know. Shit like that. Something as simple as like just somebody you don't know reaching out and being like, "Hey, hope you're doing well." And it's just like, fuck. Damn.
Yeah, I can't wrap my head around it still.
Yeah, no, it's kind of wild. Like, I don't know. We've been in. He and I have been in a band together, like random music projects and stuff since middle school and like
2010 ish.
Yeah, it's just like we definitely see a lot of like, that kind of thing doing music, and that's been wonderful as well. But like this alone has just like blown that out of the water. It's just kind of wild. It's just such a different animal, but like it's just still kind of amazing to see the kind of things that people respond to and like the love that they'll show to people that they don't even know.
Absolutely.
So yeah, anyway, that was.
No, I love this. His heart is on the table.
Yep, it's true.
I'm watching it thump.
Yep.
It's a little gross.
Take this 0.38 and just gonna pop that real quick.
Well, let's take this opportunity to shameless plug. Tim mentions music. We have a lot going on in other areas of our lives. We have several groups that we're both parts of, and you guys have been super patient with us while we deal with that.
Yeah.
We are actually coming back from a hiatus now. This is probably one of the first few videos you'll have seen from us since we came back. We were gone for a month?
Yeah.
Which was crazy to go from posting every day to not posting at all.
For a month, yeah.
But you guys have still been communicating with us and reaching out to us and been active with us, and we love it. We love it so much. But during that time, Tim and I have been working on a new record with one of our groups called Royal Oaks. We've been doing this for a few years now. It's a fun, emo, punky, alt rock kind of band. If you're into that, check it out. If not, whatever. It's okay to be wrong. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. No, it's fun. And Tim's also part of this incredible band called Good Fires. And they're awesome. How would you describe that? Instrumentally,
I can't.
Ambient, sad, but I don't know.
but inspirational.
Did the goddamn screensaver just go?
I'm just gonna.
Very nice.
We're good. I'm so used to audio crashing and that
we're using a different computer this time, so I have trust in it.
This is a very different setup we're doing right now. I guess the same mics, but different other means. So this is.
But if y'all want to check out anything else we're a part of, just check those out. I think they're linked in our personal Instagrams, which is what we use most of the time. I think Tim uses Twitter a little bit. I'm still learning.
Not really.
I'm a child. I've tried learning Twitter.
At social media. I've kind of dropped off the face of social media. So everyone that has followed me, I probably just recently followed back, or just got lost in.
We've had a lot of people from the channel following, or I have. when I say a lot, I mean, a lot to me is like 5 people, and I'm like, that's crazy.
So like, it's just one of those things that like, I'm just so bad at like that kind of stuff. So
nah, I mean, I just want you guys to know that you're seeing, we see everything, we read everything, we laugh, I don't know. There's only been like one bad comment ever, and it made me chuckle. So leave those as well, please. We love
something about, they thought you were a bot.
Oh, sorry, 2 bad comments. One of them was, on the BioShock series. It was like on episode 1, it was like, thank you for single-handedly destroying my favorite fucking game of all time. And I was like, damn, baby, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hurt you.
We've recorded ahead a bit on that. We'll be releasing that soon, but I think we got to some like major plot points, and we just kind of were like, I looked at Chris, I was like, I saw no reaction. I was like, should I just like tell you what's going on?
I was like, man, I mean, this is crazy, but can I just keep shooting people?
Can I just shoot people?
I'm just caught up in the screaming and the horror and
that's true. The daddies.
I'm all up in the daddies, and I can say the daddies are all up in me as well. And it's been a fun game, and I know that I'm not paying attention to the narrative as much as one should, but I apologize for those who enjoy the narrative. I have actually kind of done some more research into it, and I do love it, and I do plan to play these games again. You
gotta like replay it now. Yeah, you gotta replay it on your own time.
I really will, and I enjoyed the game. So it's just on the channel when I'm talking to you and having a good time. Sometimes I get carried away and I just want to scream.
I just want to scream and shoot machine guns.
Whereas at home alone, I'll be sitting on the couch like drooling, not speaking. Playing the same game,
screaming. So you don't scream, when you're just at home.
Only in like Sekiro, when I was playing Sekiro. At that, I would let out some blood curdling.
Oh yeah, I just shriek all the time at home especially when I'm alone in my apartment.
I do. Well, I didn't until I got a dog.
Oh yeah,
because I was alone. But now that there's a dog, I talk to her.
There's something that reacts to you.
Someone to look at me when I'm in distress. I'm like, and she's like, what?
What, dude? It's okay.
I'm like, damn it, she just got to sleep. Piece of shit. Well, I wanted to ask you, so we're a gaming channel, and we don't know if the podcast is going to be centered on gaming. It most likely won't. It's just kind of us hanging out in a room together, talking about things we're interested in, talking to people we're interested in. I don't know, whatever we're feeling like talking about. But I did want to take this podcast, because we are a gaming let's play kind of channel, to ask like the history of, well, I'll ask you first, and then I don't know, maybe I'll go, but what game really like got you into video games? Like which game blew your mind first? You were just like, whoa, I need more of this. And you felt like your life kind of changed.
Shit.
Yeah, I know. That's a heavy question.
Yeah, I had no idea that was coming. Do
you want me to go first?
Yes.
Okay. It's fine. The first game that I think ever just shattered my world was Ocarina of Time. And I'll be honest with you, I don't remember how old I was. I want to say I was around 10, and I was scared to play it. My mom played it. My brother and I would make popcorn every night, and my mom would play Ocarina of Time in front of us. And I had the guidebook. She bought me the guidebook. Nice. So I would just read the guidebook, which I think I was younger than 10, because reading it was like difficult. I needed the pictures. Yeah. And like I was helping her. So I was kind of like, I was a stupid ass, dumb ass bitch that was afraid of the wall crawlers and the Shadow Temple.
That's still scary.
Well, I couldn't even pick it up. Like I remember the first boss, Queen Goma.
Oh, really?
I was like, it's like spider on the ceiling. What do you want from me? It would like drop, and I just like the adrenaline in my chest would just be pumping, and it was just such a beautiful moment. And my mom has extreme sensitivity to like motion sickness or motion in general, and so those games just fuck her up. Really? As soon as there's a Z target on an enemy, she's like, whoa, and she would power through it and play like 2 or 3 hours a night with us. And my mom was crushing that game. Okay, my mom beat that fucking game, and only after my mom beat the game did I have the courage to attempt this game myself.
That's amazing.
It was a really crazy experience looking back at it. My mom was a bad bitch, played my 64.
It's funny because I feel like when we were younger, I remember you telling me about like your mom, at least just being involved with like Ocarina of Time.
Yeah. My mom knows that entire game.
That's wild.
My mom knows exactly what Zelda is.
That's great.
The account was called Mom Dad in all caps.
I feel like I remember coming to your house and seeing that one time.
And you're like, oh, interesting.
I was like, Mom, Dad, interesting.
Yeah. I think I still own that fucking game. And I'm pretty sure that's don't they save on the games? Or
yeah, they save on the games. Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure I still have that account somewhere, and I will cherish that for the rest of my life.
That's so heartwarming. My intro to Zelda was not so well.
Just a lot of screaming.
Yeah, pretty much. No, I think the first Zelda game I ever saw someone playing was Majora's Mask, honestly.
Interesting.
Which, yeah, right? It was weird. And
it was specifically close together.
Specifically, I remember one of those the sequences where he puts on the mask and like it does all that crazy shit. And so like I was terrified of that game. I was like, hell no. And then I think the first Zelda game I ever played, it was either Link's Awakening or
still haven't played it.
The OG Link's Awakening or Link to the Past.
I think
but I'm trying to remember because like it was all kind of convoluted because I had older siblings and like my brother was super into.
Fuck you, John, if you're listening.
Yeah, right. He was super into games as well, and he was into Zelda. I think it was at his friend's house that I was there for some reason, and they were playing Majora's Mask, which is why when I first saw it. And then I remember when we first got a copy of Ocarina of Time, it was like a big fucking deal.
It's the good old days of two guys the same age playing a game that isn't co-op.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, which is kind of what we do now, which is crazy to think about. It's weird now.
Yeah.
But back then it was normal.
Yeah.
Got to bring it back.
Exactly. Let's do it. No, single-handedly. No. But that was my introduction to Zelda. It was kind of convoluted, but yeah, no, I grew up playing like all those games. I remember when we got Ocarina of Time, literally my brother, even my sister who like never really played games, still doesn't really play games.
Angel.
That was like
I would die for her.
No.
No. Stop. Emily, I love you.
Yeah. Even my sister would like we all started a save file and like we were talking about like racing and how stupid like looking
how would
back.
you race?
Exactly. And my brother,
get off! I gotta beat you.
Yeah, my brother would always like be the one playing the game most of the time because he was the big brother. So like and so so that was just kind of funny to think about now. And then I never really beat it for a long time, and I eventually went back.
How competitive your family is.
Yeah, right.
It's such a good time every time I'm around it.
But then Majora's Mask was my favorite. For still near and dear to my heart. We have to play it
on the channel, man.
We absolutely will, and fucking.
I'll take Ocarina. You can take that.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah.
And then
Zelda month. I'm still into that idea. But yeah, no, I think my first real big like introduction to gaming was probably Pokemon. Was Gen 1 Pokemon. My brother had Blue, I had Red, and I remember like just playing the shit out of that game when I was little.
Did you have it on the color?
Yeah. Oh fuck yeah.
Yeah.
I had a Game Boy Color. We had the OG. We had the Game Boy Pocket.
What?
Yeah, it was like a little black one. It was like it was
the micro. No.
It was like okay. So the original Game Boy was like that big gray one, that like bulky gray one.
Yeah.
And then there was one that was like right after that. That was called the Game Boy Pocket. It was like black, and it was like a little bit smaller than the Game Boy Color.
Was it colored?
No.
Okay.
It was before the Game Boy Color. And then the Game Boy Color came out, and I had that. But my brother had that, and that was what we were playing like the OG ones on. It's just kind of weird to think about now because that was like the system. We would pass that around. I wish
you still had that thing.
Same. I have my Game Boy Color. It's literally on a shelf out in my living room in the apartment. But
it's a relic.
Yeah, truly. But yeah, then I was playing that, and then Gen 2 came along. It was like right when we moved. I was born in South Dakota, and we moved to Brunswick, Georgia. Yeah. And in that, it was around the time that the Gen 2 was coming out, and so like that was like all we did was because we had nothing else to do. I can't
even imagine witnessing Gen 2 Coming out.
Right.
I came in late. Not late, but after the release.
My brother, we went to Walmart and bought. I got silver. He got gold. I'm pretty sure he ended up getting a copy of silver too, because
silver was best.
Yeah, but when we were moving, it was like right around when we were moving, we got that, and that's like all we did when we got like we were renting a house, like when we first moved down, where we were looking for a house, and that's all we did. Just sat around and played Pokemon. It was great.
Nice.
And then Zelda was probably shortly after that whole thing, and then I think one of my favorite games to this day, and one of the ones that had one of the biggest impacts on me was Oblivion. Elder Scrolls.
I missed that. I never had the experience.
Man, that shit changed my fucking life.
Yeah.
That showed me what the scope of a game could be, I guess, and like the shit you could do in a game. And yeah, no, changed my life. It was like 2006, I think that came out.
I remember seeing it though.
Yeah,
absolutely. Our friend Drew playing it, and I was like, "Whoa!" Yeah. He handed me the controller, and I was like overwhelmed.
Yeah,
I was like, "I don't know, this is too big, too scary. This is a monster."
It's too much.
It is.
You still haven't even played Skyrim, really, have you?
No.
I mean, I know you've seen it a lot.
I'm about to buy it on the Switch, and I'm gonna fucking play Skyrim. I'm going to do it, and I'm going to fucking love. Watch me just hate it.
Yeah, right.
I think I'll enjoy it.
No, absolutely. Once you get into it, I would love to be able to experience Oblivion again. I got home one day from school, and my brother was sitting in his room playing a game, and I walked in, and I was always watching him play games. Like, he would always have new games. And I walked in, he was playing a game. I was like, what the hell is this? And I was watching him play. As a kid, I'm sure I thought that exact thought. And he was playing Oblivion, and I was like, this looks awesome.
This is awesome.
Yeah. and then he was playing it, and obviously that's a very immersive game. So like I was like, yo, let me play. He's like, fuck no.
I'm not stopping for one fucking second.
Exactly.
Hell no.
And so
future.
Eventually he kind of like started, just like taking breaks from it and stuff. And I was like, I'm getting on this.
He had to go to the bathroom at some point, right? And
he's got to sleep sometimes. You can't play the game if you did. But yeah, no. And then he did that, so I finally started to play, and that shit took off. So yeah, to this day, one of my favorite games in the world. Also,
I didn't have a 360 till, was that Xbox?
That was
regular Xbox.
Mm-hmm.
No,
that was 360.
360.
Yeah,
I bought a 360 years and years afterwards. Like, I think I bought a 360 right when Halo Reach came out.
Okay,
that's pretty late.
Yeah, that's pretty late.
It's pretty late. I was like a sophomore in high school.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and most people had it since middle school?
That was when I was like I mean it was all because of my brother. I mean he was he was ahead of the times.
Everyone's always like, you didn't play these games? I'm like, bitch, I was eating SpaghettiOs. How would you? When we got a GameCube, I was like, God is real.
Oh yeah.
All that praying paid off.
Yeah, Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. Shout out for the GameCube.
Woo,
yeah,
that's coming.
Yeah,
that's gonna be like my favorite series.
Damn. Yeah,
the music alone.
We've moved from like influential games to, well, I guess that's still favorite games. That would be
that's still a pivotal moment of my life.
Absolutely,
is that game.
Sonic Adventure 2 Battle.
Sonic DX, kind of shitty,
DX
but fun.
Sonic DX was a weird experience. That was like a weirdly like,
it made me uncomkomfortable.
Yeah,
it was like under my skin.
It was just a very strange game, especially I didn't play it till after Adventure 2 Battle.
No, same. I didn't either.
That's such a mouthful of a game to say every time.
There's a lot of awkward silences in DX.
And there's just a lot of weird, just kind of weird, like it's not as smooth as and it just had a lot of like exploration element that like wasn't in the. And then there was Chaos, which was just a really eerie character, or whatever.
Big the cat was super unsettling.
Yeah, he was just always standing in the corner randomly around. Yeah, anyway.
Just a lot of flat stares. Just lifeless eyes in that game. Tons of them.
So yeah, that was just weirdly spiritual experience.
Yeah, right?
Oh no, not spiritual, harrowing rather. But no, that was a weird game.
Didn't Sonic Adventure 2 Battle have alternate endings?
Yeah, you could play. Well, it wasn't alternate endings. It was all the same ending. It was just you could play the different sides of the story.
I thought that different choices you made ended up in different. Well, I'm thinking of Shadow the Hedgehog.
I mean, yeah. Oh, that was different. That did that. Yeah, no.
That's right.
Adventure 2 Battle, it ultimately ended the same. But
man, we gotta play this game. Let's do it. Let's stop fucking talking about it. Pokemon Snap, Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, Sonic Adventure 2 Battle.
There it is.
Happening.
All right. Yeah. Well, we got the
2020.
We got the next year planned out right there. Trying to think of other influential games. No, you're fine.
Got me all excited, and also I took a 5-hour energy. So.
Yeah, no, our favorite Zelda games, our favorite game, Zelda, the franchise Zelda being one of them is a no-brainer. That was very influential and continues to be one of the best. Twilight Princess was fucking phenomenal.
Ooh, I didn't realize that came out so long ago.
Yeah, that was 2006 too. That came out right around when I was playing that around when Oblivion. I played that on GameCube.
You said 2000 what?
6.
Okay, I heard 16. I was like, excuse me?
Oh no, God.
Yeah.
No, I was
like, there's no Tim.
No way. When did Skyward Sword come out? That was the only one I think I've missed so far.
Skyward Sword came out 2011.
Oh.
Granted, it was November. So that's
what's funny? Skyrim 11. Came out in 2011. And it's still around, still kicking.
It's honestly, it's a
Elder
fucking,
Scrolls
it's a dead horse, honestly.
Oh my God. Yeah, no, truly. I love Skyrim, but like I can't anymore. Like I try to get on it and I'm like, this will be fun. And I just kind of like end up doing.
It's just a lot, man.
I've just done so much in it that like, I'm like, oh, this is the same thing I've done already. You can still
get on and play for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah. RuneScape.
Damn it.
It's happening.
RuneScape was another influential game in my life.
A huge game in my life. It remains a huge game in my life.
I learned how to type because of RuneScape.
Same.
Yeah.
I use 2 fingers. Yeah. And I'm a monster.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't type. I don't type
your mama.
I don't type correctly, but I can type.
I'm speedy though, man.
Yeah, but you know those pointer fingers, they get going.
I got a B sale going on. I'm buying a GF. Shit, dude. And everything you know how to say.
We got the wavy text.
You got the wavy text. Got the red text. The blinking text.
Oh my God.
Man, we're gonna do it.
Yeah, we have to do it.
We're gonna dive. I'm gonna dive deep. Absolutely. You can do whatever. I'm considering streaming sometime this year.
Really?
You know, if anyone here is interested in that, let us know. Yeah. Streaming, even solo streaming, because I will play some RuneScape. Yeah, and why not talk to you while I'm doing it?
Probably won't do that.
Probably I won't.
Yeah, it'll probably be a while before I do that. The only thing I'll
make Tim hang out with me while I play RuneScape. Yeah, and we'll basically be just doing live.
Or I could just fucking play it with you, and we could make it a.
See, now you've said it. It's recorded.
I've literally been bringing it up.
You just signed in blood.
When did you do that? How did you make me do that? I'm absolutely down to play RuneScape. I brought it up a couple of times.
It'll be just like old times because it'll be old school.
Oh, it's true, old school. Yeah, we'll do an old school RuneScape. Yeah,
get some Gmalls, get some GFs. We'll leave double lives.
No one will ever know except us and you guys.
Cook some lobbies. Hang out in the lobby. Do all kinds of crazy shit, man. It's gonna be ape shit.
It's gonna be wild. I just want to like listen to the old school music.
Oh, my brother bought me a vinyl record of the old school RuneScape music.
What the fuck?
And I fucking love it. Dude, Sea Shanty 2 is on this bitch. If y'all don't know what Sea Shanty 2 is, look it up right now. I'll wait. Wasn't that the fucking tits? If you didn't look it up, fuck you. Why are you even here?
We were looking at the screen. We were looking at the camera for that.
Yeah, right. Giving it the Ben Wyatt. I'll wait. As we aren't being able to be seen.
Yeah, no,
still.
We're looking out the window.
No, you're looking out the window. I'm looking at you. Oh, because you can't look at me.
I can't look at you. I can't look when I'm trying to think of topics.
I know.
Yep, that's salty.
That's a salt rock.
And you just licked it.
What else am I supposed to do with it? It's not lit.
That is true. I unplugged it. I think it went out. I think you need to change the bulb.
Every time I see a salt lamp, I'm pulled to it. I want to know, hey, is this a fake salt lamp or is this a real salt lamp? Because if it's a fake salt lamp, fuck you.
What was the verdict?
That was real.
That was real?
Yeah, that was salty.
That one is real.
That is salt.
Interesting.
You want to lick it?
No, I don't.
But come on, lick it.
I'll just appreciate it for its light. I'm not going to lick the salt lamp.
Just lick the bottom. I didn't lick the bottom.
That's wood.
Lick the side. Just come on, man. Just give it a little taste. Are you kidding me?
I'm not going to lick the salt lamp.
In front of all these people.
I'm not going to lick the salt lamp. You go.
One. Like to the second time.
Yoshi sound.
Yum. That's delicious.
Just going to toss that.
It's pretty salty.
In my already mess of cable
exactly
management.
Where it was. Don't come at me like that.
Yeah, I need to get back. I literally just hooked all this up for this occasion. So
that's all right. It looks nice.
It actually does. Yeah, that
this room is very nice. I enjoy it. It feels very productive. I like your lights. I haven't seen the lights on yet.
Yeah.
So this is the first time. Oh, we didn't even say that. This is the first time we're recording at Tim's apartment.
Wow.
Typically, we're recording at my house. We've got the whole couch set up.
Yeah.
We got the nice microphones, my audio set up, the big TV. But we were just gonna mix it up, and I think it feels nice.
Yeah,
it's kind of a nice change of scenery.
I feel like we'll probably find a better position for this table, or find like a different table. Yeah. I figured this would probably be good for like arm sitting and stuff. I almost brought in that little foldy table, like the ones you have, just to put the mics on there. But I feel like there might be a lot of...
They would be destroyed. Yeah. That table you have to buy another table, Tim.
Yeah, probably. I mean, I set these on top of it, and it held it up, but barely.
Our mic stands...
I can see its legs quivering.
The mic stands we're using currently are like 10 pounds each.
each.
I'm trying to lift it right now. It's
This
like
shit is
Mjolnir.
ridiculous. Yeah, carrying these up the stairs to bring them up here was stupid. I had to make a separate trip just to grab these.
They're wonderful though. Feel very nice. Feel very
Solid.
official and very like
Very solid.
Yeah. Oh, you were talking about. All right, let's.
I was talking about. We were talking.
Sorry.
I was trying to think of other influential games or just favorite games. Just in the interest of DudeQuests.
I feel like we named a lot of different. You've got like the big consoles, like the like Xbox 360. You've got Oblivion for the Nintendo, especially. You've got both handheld. You've got your Pokemon, and you've also got Zelda.
Yeah.
I also my first experience with a handheld system was Pokemon. Drew gave me a silver version and an advanced out of nowhere. He just handed me one. He was like, "Here, you can have this." And I was like, "Is your mom gonna be mad?" He's like, "I don't care." And his mom was like, what a dude. And he then proceeded to give me like the rest of his Pokemon games. He gave me blue, red, silver, gold. God, I think he gave me a Zelda game. I think he gave me, I think that's how I got Link to the Past before it got stolen. And I was like, what is happening? And I played all of them.
Unpopular opinion. I don't really like Link to the Past that much.
I don't have an opinion because I had my copy stolen.
I played the whole thing. I beat it. And it was like, I think that was like the first Zelda game I like really got into because I had a Game Boy Advance and I was like, fucking Zelda, hell yeah. And then I got it. And it's just...
Is that post Ocarina of Time or post Majora's Mask? Is that...
Like in my life or just in the actual time? Oh, I was going to say Link to the Past was like one of the first
No, I mean like...
Zelda.
Because in my opinion, it was like stepping backwards. It was like I just played Ocarina of Time and I was like, whoa, this is incredible. And then I went to a simplified version of that and I was like, I'm not feeling this.
I think when I got A Link to the Past, I don't think I had access to Majora's Mask or Ocarina of Time.
Yeah.
And so I think I was hoping for that similar kind of experience, that Zelda experience, and it just didn't deliver. I mean, it wasn't a bad game. I feel like I could appreciate it maybe more now, but like, I don't know. I just wasn't that into it.
Everyone talks about Link's Awakening being some kind of gym on
Link's
this
Awakening,
earth.
and maybe that was another thing.
That's
I had played Link's Awakening. I borrowed it from a friend. It was like a friend's older brother, so like I kept having to give it back, and I kept having to give it. Yeah, so.
Especially if there's only like one or two save files.
No, that shit was fucking amazing. And then I got Link to the Past. I think I was hoping it was going to be Link's Awakening. I think that was where the disappointment was. It wasn't Ocarina of Time. Because obviously it's a fucking 3D versus 2D game, but I know it's kind of disappointing. And as a young child, I think that just left that impression. I feel like that a lot of people love that game because that was like the OG, like kind
of handheld.
Yeah. Well, no, that was Super Nintendo or
oh wow,
NES. Yeah, that was like the Game Boy Advance one was a remake. Was a port to the Game Boy Advance.
Gotcha. I did not know that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. And so I feel like that was a much more influential game to everybody else except. Because I came into it late, it was disappointing.
Favorite Zelda game? Wind Waker. I absolutely adore Wind Waker. If there is a Switch version of Wind Waker, which I don't know why there wouldn't be. Come on. I will flip out.
I feel like they only have it because it just did that HD remaster for the Wii U.
You say just did. That's been years and years and years. And there was a feature. I bought it on Wii U because I managed to get my hands on one about a year or two ago, which was super new to me, even though it was an old system. True. And I immediately went to the store and bought Wind Waker HD for like $15. It was awesome. And there was this feature that I didn't get to use because the servers were no longer in use. But it's like you can leave a message in a bottle on the ocean. If you're playing online, and you could like just be sailing and see like a glitter and be like, oh, and like pick it up. Like I assume it was kind of like the treasure chest situation, or maybe it was floating. I don't know. I never saw one. You could just leave like, fuck you.
Fuck you.
Big PP energy. Just leave horrible comments that were, of course, Nintendo approved. But you could find ways to do it.
Dark Souls.
Yeah, try finger butthole.
Try finger butthole.
And I could leave things like that amidst the ocean, and people everywhere could find it. And I was like, this is going to be great. And then like after it finished telling me everything, because I got the message in the bottle, and I was like, you can do this. And I was like, and like at the very end, it was like, please be aware this is no longer a feature of it. I'm like, no!
Too many people were like,
too many PPs.
Yeah, too many PPs. Yeah.
People just leaving like the like where you draw a picture with like zeros and dashes, just penises. Just straight penises.
This kid isn't even old enough.
You can't trust people anymore. I haven't seen one of those. Well, penis, yeah, but I haven't seen one of those like you used to see them all the time like in forums. People would draw things like like portraits of things.
Old school, yeah.
Yeah, what's that even called? I don't know.
It's called a penis.
Right.
Text penis.
Text penis.
I never played any of the Metroid games.
Same.
Oh, influential Game Boy game, fucking Fire Emblem.
I am about to embark on that journey.
My God.
You gave me your copy.
I love Fire Emblem so much. Same guy actually that gave you all the Pokemon games. Our friend Drew, he got me into Fire Emblem. I remember first playing.
He was a diehard fan of Fire Emblem.
Absolutely, yeah. I remember playing the first, whatever the first one for Game Boy Advance was. It was called. I think it's called like Binding Blade or something. But like that's only in like on the actual thing itself. Yeah, the one I just gave you. I still have that. On the thing itself, it just says Fire Emblem. So like I don't actually know. I always forget the proper title. But that one changed my life. I remember I first played it. He had me play it, and he's like, "Isn't this great?" And I was like, "Eh." It was my
it's
first,
hard.
It was my first time playing like a strategy RPG kind of game, like where you move on a grid, and I was like, "This is dumb. This isn't like."
Yeah, you wanted to play Golden Sun.
Yeah. Don't even get me started. No, I wanted to play something like that, and then it was like that, and I was like, "This isn't for me. I don't like this." And then I tried it again. I don't remember what compelled me to do it, but I tried it again. I was like, "This is fucking amazing," and ever since then, like those games, like. Are still some of my favorite games. I just found out that there was the port on the Wii U when he let me borrow that Wii U.
Yeah. Oh, right.
And
yeah.
the first thing I did, I was like, I have to play these games. I cannot. Like, it's been so long since I played these games. I have to replay these games.
And they're so cheap on the Wii U. If you have a Wii U out there, go in the store.
$5, I think.
You can buy Majora's Mask and Ocarina of Time for like $5
and
each.
Golden Sun. I replayed both Golden Suns.
The second one's on there?
Yeah. Boy.
Well, thanks for giving me a Wii U back.
They're under my account on there.
That has the HDMI port.
We're playing fucking Golden Sun on the channel. Kidding me, God.
You fucking kidding me?
God damn it.
Yeah,
I didn't even cross my mind. That's like literally one of my favorite games in the world.
Yep. It just hit me when you mentioned Fire. I'm like, Golden Sun, Fire.
Yeah, you know. Fire Emblem, Golden Sun. Honestly, Game Boy Advance like was the game changer for me. Like any console, honestly, Game Boy Advance I think was my shit.
I agree. I had the white one. What color did you have?
Silver.
Yeah. My brother had the freaking transparent one, and I was so mad about it. The
transparent purple one. Yeah. Like I guess I had the transparent purple Game Boy Color. So I guess I
had the blue one, like the OG, like cerulean blue. Maybe is that what that?
Interesting.
Is that what it's called?
I don't know.
Where it's like super, almost like turquoise.
Yeah.
Super vibrant. Yeah.
Huh. Oh yeah, like that. Yeah.
It's kind of like cool. Not ugly, but just like it just draws attention immediately. Doesn't match anything. It was super fun. And then I got the blue DS.
Nice.
No. The SP. The SP.
Yeah. I got the blue one too.
And I loved the Game Boy SP.
Oh, absolutely.
It was like it could fit in your pocket.
It still works.
Yeah. The screen. By the way, that was the first one with the light, with the backlight. Because I had the fucking strap on like street lamp that you could put on your fucking Game Boy Advance, and like it would always like wobble and fall out. Yeah, and like you couldn't see the screen at night because you're holding it and it's tilted. And it was just cheap. Like a book light. Yeah, it runs out of battery, it flickers. I was like, oh, and then you gave me a freaking SP, and I was like, this is the future. That was when I bought Ruby version, and I was like, this is it. This is it. This is it. Oh man. Yeah, I had the blue one as well, but I had like this. I bought this fucking like lightning skin. It was like literally just like a lightning bolt, and I slapped it on there like almost immediately after I got the SP. I forget that it was like blue because like that they covered the entire thing. It was like this weird like gross vinyl. Plastic. It was like And no, I slapped that on as soon as I got an SP, and like I don't know whatever happened to that Game Boy, but I have a new one now. I saw it a few years ago. Really? I thought so. I have no idea where it went. Looking for this. Yeah, I was gonna say I have one. I have a friend actually was just going through his old stuff. He was moving, and he found like his old one, his silver one with fire red in it. Ooh. And he's like, I'm never gonna play this. Do you want this? It's like, are you kidding me? It's like, this is the best thing you could have given me, because I still had a copy of Fire Emblem, an old OG Game Boy Advance Fire Emblem, and I was like, this is the best thing ever. So yeah, no, I played recently, like within the last couple months, I played Fire Emblem on an SP, just like the old days. It was wonderful. Yeah. I have the channel has kind of renewed love for video games. It gives me, because sometimes when I sit down to play a video game, especially when I'm kind of like, you know, during a period of time where I'm like, oh, I need to be working on this new record we're working on, or I need to be working on something else. You sit down, you're like, oh yeah, you get nice and cozy, and then you're like, I'm wasting time.
Yeah.
But now I don't know. I've been able to relax, even though I'm working on a record. I'm working on all kinds of stuff. Yeah.
Games again.
It's just rekindled me. And like you playing Dark Souls, it made me turn on Dark Souls 3 for a little while and just kind of just dick around, have a good time. And I don't know, everything about it. I've been playing Breath of the Wild lately. I've been reading the Wheel of Time series that I've been neglecting for so long. As a high fantasy reader, I feel like I should do it. And if I can't do it, I can't do it. But right now I'm doing it and it's great.
I'm doing it.
And so I kind of listen to audiobooks and just adventure. Like I've spent like 3 hours walking around a forest the other day and I didn't feel like I wasted a second.
Yeah.
I go to bed at 4 a.m. and I'm like, that was a good night. And it's nice to have the drive to get home and like, I can't wait to sit on the couch and play a video game because I haven't had that in so long.
Yeah.
And the Switch has been a great addition to my
I need one.
Console collection. It truly is wonderful.
I don't think I've wanted a console so much in my life.
Only beef with the Switch is the price. The price points are so high.
I mean, it's not that bad for a major console. Like that's really
right.
But it's still just enough to be like
in a year it won't be such a big deal to me. But it's just that like, these major, it's almost like when Skyrim came out, that was one of the first games that ever came out at $60. Mm-hmm. And then 2 years later, I was like, I might buy Skyrim. It's like, it's $60. I was like, what the hell? Yeah. And like a used copy is like $45.
You can get like one of the like original like 360 copies for like nothing.
No, of course not.
Even the PS4, I think it's selling for like $15.
Skyrim, I can find a used Switch copy for around $30 now. True, yeah. But the point is that I'm making is that Switch games, you go to GameStop and I always browse the used games. I don't care.
I mean, that's most of what they have now.
I don't even want a new game. I want to buy a nice, a warranty, a warranted used game. That's all I want. And it's like Zelda Breath of the Wild. It's like $60. Used Zelda Breath of the Wild, like $57. I'm like, bitch, what?
But why?
Well, I saved $3 because you took the plastic off? Like, fuck you.
Because you cracked it open once?
Yeah. Like I can buy a new Switch online, an open box for $50 off. Why can't I get... I don't know. Anyways, Switch games are just expensive. And once you buy the console, you're kind of broke already anyway.
Yeah.
So, or at least
I think it's just... They can put that up there, because it's the Switch. Everybody's going to it's Nintendo. Everybody's going to be all over that.
Quality as well.
Exactly.
You're paying for that.
But just the novelty of the whole, you can play a portable or on a TV is kind of like, that's hard. That's like being able to play Skyrim. I said I can't really play Skyrim anymore, but I guarantee if I got Skyrim for the Switch, a portable Skyrim sounds amazing to me. Like a portable game that's that big. Yeah. That's why I was so close to just going ahead and getting a Switch Lite, because like portable gaming was such a big part of
you definitely thrive in that situation more than I do. So, I like my TV.
Exactly.
I
love it. I have my PS4 and I that's been my my shit for the last 5 years now. Like I got that. Yeah. But just the novelty, or just having that portable system again and playing games that I love, and then playing, I don't know. I feel like that would be just as nice to me. Like I don't think I don't feel like I'd feel like I'm missing out too much.
Cheated.
Yeah, but at the same time, like it's just like I may as well. Like it's not such a vast price difference that I'm like $100 more. I could have everything,
Especially if you buy used.
True.
A used Switch is about the price of a new Switch Lite.
True. True.
I mean, we'll get you one.
It's tough.
It'll happen, and then we can have Switch parties.
Yep, and then we'll get another Elgato and record all kinds of new stuff that we can't play. Yeah. What? Race what?
We're gonna race Dark Souls 3 one day. Drunk.
Oh God.
No, it's okay. It's gonna happen. This has been fun. It's nice stuff. We were really nervous about doing this. It's kind of awkward. I remember the first time we sat down to record, I think Minecraft was a good choice, because Minecraft was, you're just so engaged and you're just interacting. It was almost like I'm looking at you in the game.
Yeah, it's like such a goofy game that it's so easy to kind of like take it seriously, but also in a way that's not serious. Like, I don't know. Yeah.
And the fact that we were both playing our own characters rather than watching, because, I love this dynamic. I actually have found that I think I enjoy watching you play and me talking more. Yeah. Because I'm more in control. I'm more aware of my surroundings. Sometimes I'm overwhelmed when I'm playing a game.
That's true.
That's one reason I don't pay attention as much in BioShock. I'm so focused on not drooling and trying to add to the conversation that I can't even watch the dialogue. But yeah, it's like, I think some of my favorite series have been the Dark Souls, and I'm not sure if it's already going to be up or not, but the Spyro series we're working on right now has been my favorite, I think. It's so fun. It's
been a lot of fun.
Been laughing out loud.
Spyro, another influential game that I failed to mention.
I think we're going to try to play a lot of these on the channel. That way you guys can see these games that we absolutely adore. Influential game for both of us, Tales of Symphonia.
Oh, true.
Tales of Symphonia changed my life. That was the first game I played that I feel like as a kid I was like, this is more mature content than I'm used to.
Yeah.
It's not so feel good. It covered real issues like racism and just all kinds of crazy
religious commentary.
Yeah, like it was just so much more dense of a narrative than I knew I was in for. It was like $15 when I bought it. And then fucking Robin from Teen Titans is the main character's voice act. Oh man. I was a kid. You ever hear Robin say damn it?
Yeah.
When you're a kid?
Yeah, that's true.
You're not ready. Or she's like, oh, he's a bad boy. Oh, he's Nightwing. Fuck. Oh man, that's a good game.
True. Damn.
We need to create a list for people of just our favorite games.
Yeah,
like, hey guys, try these.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, it's kind of hard now. Like I feel like emulators. Jesus.
Yeah, I haven't dived into any emulators yet, but I'm gonna learn, and then we're gonna.
I feel like I have to
go
replay all these games.
We got a list of games.
Like we have Symphonia and a GameCube, so like we could play it, just not on the channel because we can't record.
I have a PS3 and I have Symphonia on PS3.
There it is. Problem solved.
I know. Also, Vesperia is
Vesperia. Yeah, I feel like tackling one Tales game would be a task.
It's gonna be Symphonia.
So yeah.
Well, also, this is another thing to discuss with the channel is long series.
True.
They're wonderful. I mean, we love the idea of playing an entire game, and we love these games. We want to play these games to their full extent. Good Lord. However, I think, granted I was a child, but I think when I beat Symphonia, I had about 80 hours in it.
Oh yeah.
And we obviously will be pressing forward much higher pace.
Quicker, yeah.
However, it's still 20, 30 hours, and that's broken into 15-minute chunks. Man, that's like a year.
Jesus Christ.
And this isn't a full-time gig. Yeah. So it's really hard for us to be able to give you guys full series, and we want to, but we just recently shelved Dark Souls 1. We plan to come back. We will finish it. But in the meantime, we want to focus on giving you more options to watch, just more little streams of people trickling into the diversity. Channel. Yeah, I want I want people of all game
variety of
communities to come to us and see what we're about, and hopefully enjoy being part of the community if they stick around. So who knows? Maybe if this thing takes off even more, we'll have time. We'll be able to put more effort into that and keeping long series going. But right now it's hard. We were talking about games for a while.
We were talking about games.
I've known you for a long time.
You've known me for a long time.
Since what? I don't consider us. I mean, we knew each other.
But we weren't friends till like middle school.
Yeah, even like late 6th grade.
I feel like we were like
grade.
Sworn enemies until that point.
I mean, I tried to kill you once.
Yeah, that I distinctly remember. We were at a mutual friend's birthday party, and it was like a pool party. And this motherfucker decided to be fun to fucking try to drown me.
Hey man, you probably
like
deserved
a fucking savage.
Thought it'd be funny.
I mean, it probably was in hindsight. I'm sure if there were any like adults watching, they were probably like,
look at him, he's trying to drown him.
He's trying to kill him.
Silly kids.
Boys
will be boys.
Boys will be boys. Yeah. So from that moment, I kind of hated you for a long time, and then we ended up in like the same class or something in middle school.
Which were part of the same friend group. Yeah. Kind of.
Yeah.
It was still kind of forming.
Yeah. We were kids. We had social groups. I was usually just playing video games at home. And then from that moment, we have been best friends ever since. So.
You're so sweet.
Now we're so much older.
And now we're old men.
We are grown.
You're 25, right?
Grown ass men, yes.
I'm 25 as well.
Yeah, 25.
June's coming up.
Don't remind me. My girlfriend keeps she turned 25 as well, and she was just like, I am almost 30.
I know. It's like when you're 24, it doesn't hit. And then you hit 25 and you're like, oh, no.
She's like, this is the worst thing I can think of. And I was like, I mean, it really won't be that bad. I don't feel that old yet. I probably won't. All right. Let's change it up a little bit.
Okay.
What do you think of favorite like new or recent game?
New or recent game?
Like what game have there been any games that have given you that same kind of like, maybe not nostalgic feel, but just that kind of like impact, like this shit is the shit, you know?
Well, I have several answers. First answer, and I feel like this is, I don't want to say a generic answer, but I feel like a lot of people can feel me on this. Breath of the Wild.
True.
You know, my brother got a Switch and was like, here, have this old Wii U. And then my girlfriend was like, hey, I bought you Breath of the Wild. And I like wasn't ready because I never planned to have the console that could handle this game. Because again, we're just broke boys. Yeah. And it just kind of landed in my lap one Christmas. And I was like, okay, cool. And then I just spent like every moment of every day that I wasn't working on the futon, just playing that game. And it definitely was very different from what I was. I wasn't mad about it. Yeah. I do kind of wish the game had more narrative, but I do appreciate what they did and how open it is. But man, just the nostalgia and the melodies in some of the characters, everything was wonderful. And I have absolutely adored that game. And it's just a good game to sink hours into mindlessly, almost like Skyrim, where you can walk around and just kind of do whatever you want. Another answer would be, I realized that years and years ago, like maybe 6 years ago, my brother and I started playing Tales of Vesperia together. And we got like half through the game, and then we just kind of fell out because my brother and I were on different schedules. I was in college, he was in high school. It's just kind of hard. Yeah. And we liked playing those games together because they're multiplayer. And so I picked it up again with your 360 when you were still living with me. Yeah. And I was like, all right, let's, I popped in, didn't know what was going on. I was like, cool, I'll start over. And man, I didn't stop till the game was done. Yeah. And that has become one of my favorite games of all time. It's absolutely incredible. If you guys enjoy RPG games, please try any of the Tales games, the older ones especially, but Vesperia and Symphonia are two wonderful games. And the last big game that I bought that I was like, I pre-ordered. I have the day one edition, Dark Souls 3. Yeah, I was about to say. Was that 2016? Man, I have like 700 hours, I think.
Jesus Christ.
Do you don't remember? We moved, we moved up. We lived in Brunswick, Georgia, and Tim and I and a group of 3 other guys kind of, we were like, yeah, fuck it, let's get out of this town. We did, we pulled the pop punk exit. We all left, moved into this big old house with no furniture, and I had an old futon. Yeah. We had some TVs.
A bunch of old futons for some reason.
And all we did was play video games, or me and you and our other roommate, Tim, we have 2 Tims. We just played Dark Souls. Like I would play Dark Souls in the morning, go to work, come back, play Dark Souls. And I wasn't even accomplishing anything. Yeah. It was just fun. Yeah. And playing it next to other people was fun.
True. Yeah. It was kind of the talk of the town.
It was such a good game, and it's so enjoyable, and the PvP is fun, and I don't know, it's memey. It's goofy. Memey. It was also during the age where like new things were still being found. Yeah. Someone's like, hey, I found a new illusory wall. And I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah, because
we kind of missed out on that with the first Dark Souls. Is I jumped on the boat way after, and then Dark Souls 2, like I got it shortly after it came out on the 360, and I was like, let's do it. And then it ended up not being what I was hoping.
It hurt me.
And then it hurt me immensely. Yeah. And so I kind of like fell off for a while, and then Dark Souls 3 came out.
Oh, it's such a good game. They're all good games, but it's such a different kind of good. That was
just like it was so current. There was like such a community around it, and we were all like together playing it.
Coming out.
Yeah, and it was just like it was one of the first times in a long time that we had kept up with everything, and like it was like the old days with my brother and I playing Halo 3 and Halo Reach and all that shit. Like, oh man,
summoning your friend to your world to help you out, man.
It was a time. I remember my brother freaking I don't know, the testament to video games and how like wild it is to think about sometimes. My brother would get on Halo 3, and he met some people from like New Zealand, and like would like every night like go play Halo with this whole group that he knew from New Zealand, and they would like they essentially formed like a guild, and they would just sit there and play Halo all the fucking time, and they would like talk and everything. And I remember just hearing all these like people from New Zealand talking with their thick accents, and I was like, what the hell is going on? And it was just the coolest shit.
Hang with bros.
We invented a game, which probably didn't really invent anything, but
That was the beauty of Halo back in the day, man. Yeah. There were no rules.
No, but we just do whatever you want. We started playing a game where we would just ride around on a mongoose. So there'd be a driver and then a sniper on the back, but you couldn't zoom in when you were on the back of a mongoose. You had to no scope. So the game was you had to like. Basically, we had like a bunch of people riding around on mongooses.
Sniper jousting.
Yeah, essentially. No, that's exactly what it was. It's like we would have a bunch of people just flying around the map on mongooses and people no scoping on the back. And like I was amazing at it for some reason. I'm like a terrible. Well, I've gotten okay at sniping, but like compared to the rest of them, I was awful at sniping. But like I was fucking destroying at that game for some reason.
Hell yeah,
that was so much fun.
I never got to play Halo 3 when it was big.
Oh man,
I started with Reach.
Reach was
which
good.
Is amazing.
Yeah, Reach was a solid one.
And I had you guys to play 3 with. You guys we played broke Halo my butt a little bit.
We played Halo 4 a little bit when that was kind of coming out.
The online play was really fun.
The story was pretty fun.
The new weapons were the coolest thing.
True.
That was pretty much the only reason I liked Halo 4. It was smooth.
The Prometheans or something.
Yeah, and you could like just watching people disintegrate in front of you was like that's fun.
Was entertaining. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just weird to think that was so new and that was like still on 360. It's just weird that we literally have almost another like a second gen after that coming out, and it's just we're getting so old, man.
Oh man, I love it.
Yeah, no,
I think video games in 15 years will be crazy.
6, I'm so excited for the new Elder Scrolls. Like I cannot describe how excited I am for that.
Well, you're gonna wait 10 more years.
I know. It hurts.
They're gonna announce it and be like, actually,
this is a Skyrim remaster.
Yeah, right.
For the next gen. It's like, you know how many people would just like give up on Bethesda after that? Like, especially after
a lot of people already have, I think.
I know, after the whole Fallout 76 fiasco. I don't know. And just the Skyrim memes at this point are just wonderful.
The Elden Ring memes at this point are killing me.
I keep forgetting about
Elden Ring. That's on my radar. That's like everything on my radar right now.
True.
Everything is overshadowed by Elden Ring, which there has been no news, no release date, nothing but a cinematic trailer.
I feel like I just saw something where they
it's probably a meme.
Maybe. I feel like I just saw something where it was an actual like information
you can pre-order
about
it now.
Maybe that's what it was.
But there's still no information about the game.
Wild.
And I believe it's not coming out till like late 2021 or early 22.
Barf.
Yeah.
God.
I think they just time crunched and made a trailer for E3. I don't think they were ready, but still, man.
Same with fucking Elder Scrolls 6. They just put something out and they're like, in development. It's like, oof.
Shut the fuck up. That was like Breath of the Wild 2 is in the works right now.
Yeah.
Again, another cinematic trailer with no gameplay that everyone's losing their mind over.
I mean, I guess it's nice to tell people that it's happening.
Yeah, it's nice to know.
Yeah.
But don't tease me, God damn it.
I played Elder Scrolls Online a little bit hoping to fill that void. And it was fun and it was a fantastic game, but like it wasn't,
wasn't what you needed.
It wasn't,
Didn't tickle that itch.
It wasn't what I needed. So like now I cannot think of anything else. Like I can't think of anything else I'm more excited for than that. Another game I think that consumed me that I did not expect, Persona 5.
Yeah, I remember you playing that for hours.
Was fun.
That music killed me.
Literally everyone that wasn't playing that game probably got sick of the music, but like that's still...
You played it on such a low volume and it was still just like the only thing I could hear and feel.
And that shit is still my jam. Oof. I started over and tried to play again recently. I never beat it. I'm still mad at myself. I got like 90 hours in and I did not beat that game.
Sucks to suck, man.
It truly, yeah. And so I've tried to start a couple times, but it's just such a dense game. And it's like, it's a game that you can't go through quickly. Like the pacing of it is you have to like go through every minute detail, which I love, but also like, I'm like, okay, I know the story, I want to get up, but at the same time, like, I don't know, I could probably start at a certain point, one of my save files and just kind of catch up, but
Spark Note it, man.
Yeah, right.
Spark Note's Persona 5.
And I'm going to get it spoiled for me and be pissed. So yeah, I haven't finished it, but I played it for like days. Like I did nothing but play that game for a while, and that was a lot of fun.
It's a very different kind of game than I'm used to.
It's so good though.
No, I mean it looks great.
It's phenomenal. It's such an engaging game in a way that I never thought I would enjoy, like an RPG.
There's a new Persona game coming out soon. It's very different. Style.
No, one just came out. Oh, you mean a scramble?
I think so. Where you run around. It's more of like a Hyrule Warriors kind of situation.
Yeah, I don't know. Those games have been so big lately.
Yeah, they did it with
Fire Emblem. They did that with Dragon Quest. They did that with Zelda. Now they're doing it with Persona. It's like they did it with Final Fantasy, I think.
Yeah,
and it's like, I don't know. Like, that's cool. Like, I guess if you like,
it's essentially the same game with different skins.
Exactly. It's like if you like that game, that kind of game, then cool. But like, it literally is the same game, just like with different skins. Yep. And I haven't played any of them, so that's probably unfair to say. But like, I see it, and I'm like,
appear to be anything more than that.
Yeah, you just hack at waves of enemies.
Yeah,
that's it.
And it doesn't even like when I see gameplay, I'm like, this doesn't even look good.
Yeah,
you're just a guy spamming attacks. You're not even landing these hits. You know, it's not like in like what Arkham Asylum, you're like landing all these really cool combos. You're just like grabbing a guy by his skull, flipping around. You're not even like destroying enemies. You're just kind of hitting the ground,
slashing and hitting 10 people at once, and it's like, oh, cool.
It's just kind of like they fly backwards. But anyways, I completely agree. Yeah. I've never even been captured at all interested in those.
Maybe they're a lot of fun, and I guess I can.
I'm sure they're easy and fun. Like I'm sure there's a certain level of joy you would get out of just smiting hundreds of enemies.
True,
but personally, not my cup of tea.
I don't think it's for me.
Also, I don't have money to spend on that. So.
Yeah, true. Yeah, I try to be more tactful with my game purchases since they hurt, and I need to save up for a Switch because I want to play the new fucking Fire Emblem. I follow like.
I'll get a copy of it one day, baby.
Yeah, I follow like 3 different like meme pages of like that are almost exclusively Fire Emblem 3 House memes, and I keep looking, knowing that I'm probably going to get something spoiled for me eventually. In fact, I think I already have a few things. Man. But like, I'm just like, I want to play it so bad.
Okay, Icarus, don't be flying so close to the fucking flames, man.
I mean, I haven't seen much about like the actual gameplay and stuff, so like it'll all be nice, and I've heard nothing but good things because I played the Fates ones that get so much shit, and they're okay, but they deserve all the shit that they get. Awakening, fantastic. But yeah, no, I heard 3 Houses was kind of one. Like Awakening, like is often regarded as the Fire Emblem that like saved the franchise.
Really?
Because like they were, I mean, Fire Emblem's been around forever, but then the ones
they sort of dwindle at one point.
Yeah, well, the ones that came to Game Boy Advance like basically ignited the whole thing in like the West. Like it was big for a while, like in Japan, and then it didn't really get it didn't really gain any popularity until it came to those Game Boy Advance games. And that's why we only have like, there's even like another game that is like directly tied to one of the Game Boy Advance games that you cannot get on like, and that's only in Japanese. You can't get like or you can probably get like I don't know. It's very hard to get, at least for me in my.
Yeah, it's not just that you can't just look it up.
Yeah, and it's not like a Game Boy Advance game that I can just like, it wasn't a direct sequel or anything. And then they came out with a sequel and it was completely different, which that's like one of my favorite ones. So like, I'm not mad about it, but like, it's not the one that you'd think that they would. Anyway, so then, then it kind of fell off. I mean, they did a couple games, but then.
This is beautiful.
That's very sweet. Yeah, thank you for touching my hand there.
Of course.
So yeah, no, and then it kind of fell off, and they were kind of like, this is probably going to die out. Like, we're probably not going to keep doing Fire Emblem, blah, blah, blah. And then they did Awakening, and then that shit just like flew off because it's a fantastic game.
Nice.
And then they're like, well, shit, now we got to do more.
I'm excited to dive into this world, man. I missed it. I'm so fucking behind in it. Yeah. Back then, I had the same thought process you did when you started. Yeah. Where you're like, I don't know. This isn't for me.
Yeah, strategy RPGs. And now, like, I love strategy RPGs like that. I want to play more of those. I started playing. There's one that is kind of a recent one called Banner Saga that I got recently. That is a lot of fun, but it's heavy. It is heavy. I think like it is literally like Fire Emblem mixed with Oregon Trail.
Oh God!
Where you've like have to like you kind of have a caravan going along, and then it's like suddenly like an event happens, and it's like this person died of dysentery, and you're like. What?
But I had the antibiotics.
Exactly.
How? What?
Yeah,
no.
you're like a Viking, like an old Viking civilization that's like basically getting taken over by the end of the world, you know, and you have to basically like flee. And so you have this whole caravan and like just shit just keeps happening. It's just so like bleak. And the gameplay is like, it's fun, but it's hard. Like It's just,
it's painful.
Exactly. It's just
stressful.
I think I'd watched a review of it before I got it, and it was just like the person that was reviewing it is like, you feel like every single hit, like every time a unit moves over and just like swings an axe at somebody, it's just like such a like emotionally stirring. I don't know.
Draining.
It's just intense. So I haven't finished that.
Both enticing and something I never want to experience because it like stresses me out to think about that.
The funny thing is it's in a style that's like an old Disney movie. Like
just that Aladdin.
Really, I mean, kind of like it's very like, at first glance it kind of doesn't look like it'd be that like serious, but it's just like it's heavy. It's intense. It's a lot of fun. I played it. I beat the first one. It's a trilogy. I beat the first one. I think I'm.
And how many hours was that? Because you make it sound like. Well, actually, I mean,
it's a 3-part like thing, and they're not that long. Like I honestly, I don't think that one took that long. And then I started the second one. I don't remember how far into the second one I am. I maybe have gotten to the third one. I don't remember. It all kind of like runs together because it's all one big story. All one big thing. Yeah. So,
do your characters carry over?
Yeah. The choices you make and stuff like
in the first game will reflect on the second game.
Like if a unit dies, they're like gone, and then when you go to the second game, they're like gone.
World? Yeah, that's intense.
Yeah, it is. So I literally started like Googling things like, because there are random events that happen that if you make a wrong dialogue choice, like suddenly it'll be like, this unit died, and you're like, no, why? Like, no.
Throw system against the wall.
Yeah, it's just like, so every
now you're committed. You're two games in.
Every situation you're in, you really have to sit there like, I don't know what the right choice is, because like anything could happen with any of these choices, and it's
real life.
Yeah,
welcome to the real world, jackass.
Exactly. I hate it, but I love it at the same time.
Hell yeah, that sounds too stressful. Stressful.
I think that's why I stopped, is because like the combat started like catching up hardcore with like just the emotional turmoil, and I was like, I don't know, I'd have to stop.
I love them too much. I kind of wanted to talk about the future of this channel as well. For the future,
we're gonna play games probably.
Yeah, I think there'll be a lot of us playing games. Do you think we'll play games? No, I mean, I think we'll. A lot of people ask us what the future of this channel is, and at the moment, we don't know, and that's kind of the beauty of it. I've just enjoyed the ride so far. It's been crazy. We tried the whole daily posting kind of thing, which was fun, but also stressful. We also tried it at the worst possible time of the year. Yeah. Because theoretically and on paper, it sounded great. Yeah. We were just, every week we would record and get ahead and ahead and ahead. And then it was like, hey, bitch, you remember Christmas? And I was like, ugh. Thanksgiving? Oh, man, dude. We fell so behind. We were like 25 videos ahead, and we lost everything. It got to the point where we were scrambling to record videos.
Yeah, and then all the technical difficulties that we were facing for a while.
I don't know what happened, but there was a point where we would start recording, and within 5 minutes, the computer would be like, can't do, nope, I'm die. And I was like, great, thank you. Yeah. And we couldn't fix it.
Yeah, that was a spirit breaker.
I spent weeks, like late night research. I was calling customer supports. I think what it ended up being, the fact that our the fucking project file we used to record our vocals, I didn't realize that whenever I deleted, we did this session. Yeah, I got the audio off. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm gonna delete it and record a new session. Yeah. It saves it in the cache of the file. So I think it was like 15 gigs.
Jesus Christ.
And Logic Pro 10 was like, please stop.
Please, you're hurting me.
There's no way I can run 15 gigs. So as soon as I fixed that, everything was beautiful again. But it gave us hell for weeks.
Oh yeah, it was rough.
But no, I would love to. This podcast is a new endeavor for us. Yeah, we're excited.
Love to see if this goes anywhere.
I want to have guests. I want to have just us. I want to see what kind of stuff we crank out with this. We've got merchandise coming. We've got a bunch of really cool games we want to play that we're trying to get our hands on. We got a new system. Yeah. We're going to dive into emulators. I think we discussed dialing back the amount of videos we're posting, just because this isn't a full-time job for us. This is definitely a passion project. Yeah. It's something that we enjoy doing, and we're two best friends who don't get to hang out all the time, and this is a good excuse to hang out. So We hope you guys are enjoying it, but we'll probably be dialing it back to, 5 or 6 videos a week as opposed to 7. And
which isn't really a huge,
it's not that crazy, but it's enough breathing room that I think we'll have more room to thrive in. So I'm excited. We're going to come back from this hiatus. We're probably back now when you hear this. Yeah. And I hope that you guys are excited for what we have in store. I think we've got some cool stuff coming your way.
For sure.
Well, you look sleepy.
I am sleepy, yeah.
Tim wakes up at like 7 a.m. every day. I wake up at like 2 p.m. Yeah. So we're very different sleep schedules if you guys are ever wondering why one of us in the recording is more tired than the other.
Yeah.
I think the new Bioshock episode, I'm like half asleep.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh man.
Oh my.
Oh my. But
on that note,
it's always a pleasure.
This is the first podcast. Yeah. And
thanks for sitting through it if you made it this far.
Yeah, if you made it this far, thank you. Hopefully, this wasn't just mind-bogglingly awful, but
hey, we'll only get better, man.
Yeah, hopefully.
It's a learning curve or learning process for us.
We won't know until we try it.
We're always getting better. Those first Minecraft videos hurt me sometimes.
Oh yeah.
I think
the audio on that.
Yeah, just that alone.
Yeah, it hurts.
We're so excited to see where this channel is in 6 months.
Yeah.
In 2 months. So we're excited to have you guys here. Yeah. Thank you so much for listening. If you like what you hear, please tell us, but also hit the subscribe button. Hit the bell so that when we post new videos, you get that alert. I don't know if there's different settings for that, but regardless,
we appreciate it.
Yeah, we thank you guys for and all attention you give us.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I'm shaking. I'm twitching.
It sounded like there was an animal in the room.
I think I have Tourette's. What? You know you've seen me. I do this like a million times a day.
Yeah.
Like my neck hurts sometimes. I twitch so much. Will you stop hurting yourself?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This clip is going to be like loose by the time I've been fucking with this whole time.
How dare you?
I know. Anyway,
thank you guys so much for tuning in. Who knows? This might be a bi-weekly thing, a monthly thing. We'll see what happens, but stay tuned. You guys have a wonderful day, wonderful night. Fuck it.
Love you, bye.
Love you, bye. Tim, you're so fucking cute. Yeah. I'll tuck you in. Come on, let's go to bed, baby.